Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Liz Explains the Movies, a cinematic adventure brought to you by boredom and dialysis, not necessarily in that order. My name is Liz, and today we're going to be talking about a really sweet movie called... What is it called? It's called The Penguin Lessons. It came out, like in 2025, so how unusual for me to have, look at me, you know, in this very century, we're doing a movie in the century. I'm sorry for my absence. I have been having quite a fun time of it, let me tell you. I, sprained my ankle on the way out of the house on Saturday, going to our church's trunk or treat to volunteer for it or whatever. And yeah, that was super fun. Yeah. So I'm in a lot of pain. I have this lovely thing on my foot. And hopefully, you know, I'll walk again one day. I don't. It's only a sprain, I think. But time will tell, right? But it's turned my life like upside down. I can't drive. I mean, I probably could drive. I don't know. I'm going to be driving anyway. I don't know. Whatever. It'll be fine. Anyway. So, yeah. And you know how like you always say like wow, if I could only have a day off, I would really like clean this place and I would really I would get all this stuff done. And I've had several days off, and I didn't get anything done because I'm just mostly, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's really fun. I'll include a picture of my beautiful foot, my left foot. But I did get to watch a really great movie, and so I'm going to tell you about it. And I hope that you go watch it. It's on Netflix. It came out in 2025. It stars a man named Steve Coogan, who is an English actor. And it also has Jonathan Pryce, who, I mean, I remember him being in Infiniti commercials, but for Infiniti cars, but some other things. He's been in a lot of things. So anyway, pretty much everyone else in there is kind of unknown. It takes place in Argentina in 1975. There was a lot of political, military upheaval in Argentina in 1975. And people were just getting ripped right off the streets, disappeared, they're never seen again. I wonder if there are any parallels to life today. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, so it's a terrifying time in Argentina. Tom Mitchell is this English teacher, and he speaks Spanish. He's fluent in Spanish, and he decides to teach at this St. George's school. So, it's like this shishi-poo-poo boarding school in the middle of Argentina in this war-torn area. But all the Argentinian bigwigs send their kids there. And they hope to go to school maybe in England, so they have to do their O-levels, which is like the SAT, but way harder. And so that's kind of the premise. So he gets a job and he's new. So he gets there, and the headmaster guy is played by Jonathan Pryce, and the Steve Coogan is playing the main character, Tom Mitchell. And so he gets there, and Jonathan Pryce is very strict, and he's like, you can't have this, you can't have that, no pets, no anything. And you need to get these kids' scores up for their O-levels. They need to improve a lot. And he gets this classroom full of these boys, and they're crazy. And they're throwing things, and they're attacking each other, and it's a nightmare. Okay, so periodically at this school, there's such political upheaval that's there are like bombs nearby and stuff, and the school closes down for like a week at a time sometimes. So they see all the boys leaving to go home for a week, and this guy is like, oh, we have a week off. So he finds this other teacher, this science teacher who's Finnish, from Finland, and he said, let's take off for a week. Let's go somewhere around here that's kind of fun, because we have a week to kill. Because these kids aren't going to be here, and I'm not going to just sit around here. And so they go to Uruguay. Now, my son was fluent in Spanish in 6th grade because he was in this dual language immersion thing. So he knows all the pronunciations for Spanish, which I took French, and he says it's not pronounced like that. Uruguay. It's pronounced like Uruguay or something like that. And, you know, so I'm proud. So, you know, bear with me. I'm such an ignoramus, let's face it. But anyway, so they decide to go to Uruguay for a little vacation, and they're going to meet some girls and learn how to dance and do some stuff. And they do. So he and the Finnish guy, they meet some girls, they hang out. The Finnish guy has a girlfriend that dumped him, and he won't stop talking about her. And the guy's like, look, you're coming with me because you are a sad sack right now. That is it. You're getting out of here with me. So they go to Uruguay, and they go there, and they meet some girls, and they're dancing away and stuff, and he thinks he's gonna like score big time with this girl, you know what I mean? And so he and the girl are walking on the beach. Tom Mitchell meets someone, and he's walking on the beach. I don't know what happened to the other guy. They don't really say. So he's walking on the beach, and all of a sudden he steps in something weird, and it's really gross. And it turns out it's oil. There was an oil spill off the coast of Uruguay, a bad one, right? And all these penguins are on the beach, and they're dead. They're dead. It's so sad. And he's like, well, what can I do? I can't stop it, you know? And then the girl he's walking with, the little chickie he picked up, she's like, wait, one's alive. One's alive over there. Let's try and save it. And he's like, I might get lucky tonight. So yeah, let's save a penguin, you know? So he's like, well, what are we supposed to do with it? And she goes, take it back to your hotel room. So they take it back to the hotel room. They put it in the bathtub. They, you know, try to clean it off. They get it all cleaned off. It's like, this penguin. And then, you know, they get the penguin cleaned up and everything, and then he's gonna like make his moves on her. And she finally says, you know, ugh, I can't. I'm married. Like, I only came for a night of fun, and I thought I could go through with it because I'm mad at my husband, but I can't. I gotta go. So now he has no date, and he does have a penguin. So what is he gonna do with this penguin? I don't know. So he is going to take it back to his school, I guess. So he puts it in this bag of his, like a tote bag. And it doesn't make that much noise, and it gets through customs okay. There's a few hiccups, but it gets back to the school. And he's like, okay, you're just gonna live with me, I guess, and I'll figure out what to feed you. And he keeps calling all these zoos to get rid of it. Like, please take this penguin. And what is he gonna do? And what happens? And slowly, he has to hide it from the headmaster, but everybody else knows that this penguin is around. And the kids in his class who are so unruly, those kids are fascinated by this bird, and he brings it to class, and he says, look, if you keep this bird a secret, you know, then I'll let you feed it and do stuff with it. But you have to get your grades up, and you have to keep it a secret. And they're like, okay, cool. And he lets them all feed the penguin, and they all like adopt the penguin, and then people come to his apartment and visit the penguin. It's hilarious. And then he keeps trying to get it put in a zoo. And I'm not going to tell you the rest because I don't want to ruin this beautiful movie, but it's a very, very, very sweet movie. And in a time right now, I mean, there is still some political mess in there. And there's a lot of political upheaval in our country, I guess, right now. No matter what side you're on, it's pretty nutty. But it's really, really a nice 1.5 hour break from the world. And it's such a beautiful little story. And if you can believe this, it is a true story. Now, I'm going to attach also, in this video, I'm going to attempt to attach, or maybe I'll just put the link down below, an interview with the real guy and the actor Steve Coogan, the real professor who rescued the penguin, and he later found some home video of the penguin swimming in the school's pool. It's really cool. It's really interesting. And it's such a sweet, little, uplifting, great movie. And some stuff happens, but, you know, it's a really sweet movie. And, you know, as someone who attended boarding school, it's so funny to me because a lot of things in boarding school were kind of about keeping secrets. Like, don't let Mrs. Kirby, you know, you have a hot pot, you know, or hide this. And we all just had each other's backs. It was like us against the administration, us against the, you know, and some teachers were cool and some teachers were like narcs. And, you know, I don't know. It was just, they captured that perfectly, that whole environment, you know, where, I don't know, they captured it perfectly. It was amazing. But anyway, I hope you guys love this movie. I hope you watch it. It's called The Penguin Lessons. It's an amazing little film. It came out this year. Can you believe it? It's on Netflix. And I hope you watch it. And I'm going to include some other links about it. I think at least one link. I'm going to put a preview and try to incorporate links into this, and maybe a clip, I don't know. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. This is kind of a short one. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Liz Explains the Movies. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope you really, really watch this film. It's incredible. And just take a break from real life. Take a break from all the turmoil in the world, and I'm going to help my ankle gets better, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.